Boom.
Hello and welcome to today's Jworld Hangout. Delighted to have you here with us this morning. I'm your host, Keziah J, and I am the Digital Media Specialist for Jeunesse Global. Joining me on today's show is our industry expert, Mr. Adam Vincent-Gilmer. Good morning, Adam. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you,
Drinking
Keziah.
your coffee, I see.
Yes.
Well, it's noon my time because I'm in Dallas this morning, so I have had plenty of caffeine to get me going. I'm really excited about today's Hangout. We have a lot of new announcements that we're going to cover with you, and today we're going to talk a little bit about social media in general. A lot of the questions that have been coming in obviously are how do we use these new tools that have just been released, but also in using the tools we need to learn how do we use social media in general. So if you have specific questions, you're welcome to leave them in the comments section below. Adam and I will be making sure that we track the questions that are coming in. Hopefully we can address some of them live. If we can't answer all of them on today's show, we'll do our best to get back to you after today's Hangouts. First things first, big announcement this week. The J-Mobile for Android has officially been put inside of Google Play. So if you have an Android device, now go inside of Google Play to download the app. It is no longer just on iPhone. We now have it for iPhone and for Android. It's also in several different languages, so it's not just something that's exclusive to the U.S. market. I do know, I believe it's in Japanese, in Thai, Chinese, lots of different languages in Spanish. So please go to the Google Play Store, check it out, share that information with your team, and make sure that you download the J-Mobile app. You can run your business. You can send peak interest videos. There's lots of different things that you can do inside of those applications, which are really, really important for you as you continue to grow your business. Next up, I wanted to let you guys know the Jdrive. Show me your hands, our little hands campaign. Adam, are you wearing your Jdrive this morning?
My Jdrive, absolutely. And I've got, that's good for Mac and of course, PC, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to share my screen with you guys really quick because I want to show you where you can find the new Jdrive software. So can you see my screen? Yes. Perfect. So what you want to do is you want to log into the back office of your Jeunesse J office, and then you're going to go over to your members only section. And it's going to be under download files. So if you click that, you'll see this is what comes up are our downloads, and here you can find the Jdrive. Now this is the operating system that you'll need for Jdrive on Mac. Right now it comes loaded, so this band that you see me and Adam wearing, it comes loaded with the software to run on a Windows-based PC, but you will need this application, so you'll just click this and it will download, so you can see the DMG. And then when I open this out of my downloads, it will install into my computer. You'll want to plug in your USB drive. So my Jdrive I'll actually take off and plug it into my computer to finish the install. But very quickly, that will show you guys exactly how you can, on a Mac, go ahead and get this new software. Very simple to download. And then you can run your JCloud right from this device. You can also access all of those same things inside of your back office under the JCloud area and also inside of your J-Mobile application. Very cool. On your phone, you can find all of the files that are in the back office area. So, Adam, today we're talking a lot about social media.
Right.
The other thing that I wanted to tell people too is just about Jsocial and the videos that we have access to back there. Can you just share a little bit about why that's important and the tools that they have accessible that aren't maybe inside of JBuilder but are inside of Jsocial?
We got a lot of questions on that, and what everybody has to get their head around is that there's a lot of tools inside the whole Jworld platform. Starting at the very entry level, you've got obviously the J Office, which Keziah just logged into. Then you have J-Mobile, which we'll talk about because that works as well. Then you have JBuilder, and JBuilder has the ability to do automatic postings and several things within your social media. However, all the videos and all the video sharing files, be able to share it either to all the social media sites and all the videos the company has, it's inside Jsocial, which is the top of the entire system when it comes down to marketing. And the marketing tools have been created for everybody to actually use them And what we're finding is that most people don't understand the differences between why should I be on Jsocial versus just JBuilder or have the free stuff. And here's the difference. It's like, and I try to explain this, actually I explained it this week with Randy and Wendy at some of the meetings that we had here in Los Angeles. And here's the deal. If you were going to go down to a doctor for, you know, whatever, some kind of surgery, do you want to use like some of the tools for that doctor? Would you like your doctor to have access to everything that he needs or she needs in order to have the best possible outcome for you? And that's what Jsocial happens to be within the JBuilder system. It's also all the videos that are in the system. They're all available for you there inside the Jsocial platform. And it also happens to do a lot with the actual mini serum and the sampling piece too. So, and we're going to cover that next week, I understand, Kasai. We're going to get into that in detail. There'll be an email blast. But if folks have questions here on the differences, so that we can get through the clutter and the J confusion, go ahead and ask away on our Jworld page here today, and either Kasai or I will look back at the page and we'll get the answers to you so that we can give you the exact definition of how all this is working so that it best answers your question for you being live with us this morning. And then, of course, that'll help explain the process moving forward. But just remember, all the videos are inside Jsocial, inside the special video player that we have inside the widget. And we'll actually show you that live this morning. And just remember that if you're going to be doing the mini serum and the sachets for sampling, whether you're handing them out or whether you're doing it via the social media platform, you want to make sure that you've got the Jsocial system, which is the top of the Jworld platform. And it has everything, by the way, because it has JMobile, JOffice, JBuilder, and of course Jsocial. So that's the best way to explain it. The other way is to answer the questions, and we'll do our best to do that here this morning.
Yeah, I agree. And just to give you guys a little bit of an update on a couple things that Adam had just covered there, essentially we're looking at launching the JBuilder platform internationally. I know after LEAD it was available and then it kind of got removed, but they're working on translations, so I know that's been like a huge issue that they're trying to work through. I mean, we do a lot of the stuff in Jeunesse in 22 languages, so you can imagine trying to launch a new platform, one, to work all the kinks out and just make sure that everything works fluidly, but also making sure it's translated and all the information is correct in all of the languages. So it looks like we will start rolling that out sometime in mid-June. I know they're working diligently to complete those translations. Another thing that was asked at one of the live events was, you know, I speak English, some of my group speaks English, but some of my group also speaks Spanish, or maybe they speak Thai. So we're going to try to implement the ability for people to send, like to choose their campaign language. So if you have a lead that you want to put inside of your JBuilder that speaks Spanish, we're really working with our programmers, we're working with Sound Concepts to make sure that we have that functionality possible. We know we live in a global world, and we know not everyone speaks the same language, so that's been something that's at the forefront of you know, making sure that we're able to market efficiently and give you guys the tools that you need to reach as many people as possible. Also, like Adam just mentioned, I know there's a lot of confusion around our sampling program. This week, we're looking at putting together an e-blast, trying to get the exact information for you guys so that it comes directly from corporate, so you know exactly what's the difference between the sachets, the mini tubes, how do you order them in your back office, what's the difference between samples being digitally dispensed and samples that you can hand out. So all of those things are kind of being worked through. We're working through the confusion. We're making it as user-friendly as possible to give you guys the ability to share these incredible products, which absolutely are clinically proven and do work. And also making it lucrative for your business so that you have the tools that you need to get people trying the product, because if they try it, they'll probably like it, and if they like it, we know it's been proven that they will buy it. And so that is the goal with the sampling program. So after the e-blast, the announcement goes out officially from corporate, then Adam and I will do another hangout. You'll be able to ask us questions. If there's specific things that you need us to answer, we'll be delighted to do that on one of the future hangouts, if not next week, after. So, Adam, are you still there?
Yeah, I am. Just checking on the questions. And just so everybody knows, I'm actually live. We actually start a meeting here in about 20 minutes. So we're live at the Fairmont Hotel here today doing a Jeunesse meeting. But one of the questions comes in from Debbie Fields, and she asks, is Jsocial accessible through JMobile? And the answer is, it is, but let's understand the differences. JMobile is it's a free service. If you have an Android device or if you have an Apple device, you can obviously go to the store and actually download it, right? Those are important things. But the Jsocial platform is accessible through any mobile phone, through Android or through your mobile device, your Apple device. And the way that works is you can actually send people the actual player and have it open up on their phone, and that way you can either explain the business, explain the products, you can do some introductions, and you can also do the mini serum or the sachet side of it, depending on what we cover next week. But you do that inside your JMobile. I shouldn't say inside JMobile. It's part of the process. So to answer Debbie's question, Debbie, for example, I can actually text you the actual player, and it'll show up on your phone. And the player allows everything to take place that we talked about. That's the advantages of understanding how the differences between all the processes that we have inside Jworld. So what we do is try and promote everything from JOffice, JMobile, to answer your question, then JBuilder, and then of course Jsocial, and all of it is inside Jsocial. So I try and get people to just go with Jsocial from the start. Why? Because it gives them access to what they need right away. Now, if you do not have a mobile device that is mobile ready, mobile friendly like a smartphone, you can still send out the information, and people can access it through their Facebook app on their iPhones or smartphones. So if you don't have a texting service or platform that's available inside JBuilder, you can send out these different things. And we'll cover that more in detail, but I just want to make sure we answer Debbie's question so that I don't want people getting confused thinking that Jsocial is JMobile. It isn't, but it works all congruent. It's like all the tools that you need to make it work, but you can have the player work on your smartphone, whether it's an Android or whether it's an iPhone inside Jsocial.
Excellent. Thank you for covering that. I appreciate it. You know, Adam, one of the things that we talked about earlier, you know, before the call started, Adam and I were just kind of catching up on what we were going to talk about today, and I told him that I read this statistic online that said the new illiteracy of the 21st century is not going to be people who can't read and write. It's going to be people who don't understand technology or who aren't able to use a smartphone or who aren't able to use social media. So that's why I'm so passionate about these tools and passionate about helping you guys understand how to use the actual platforms, how to get out and just be social. The cool thing about social media is there's really no right or wrong way to do it because it's so personal. It's so much intertwined with who we are as people and what our style is and how we go about doing things. So get out there and try to use social media as much as possible. Obviously, we talk a lot about Facebook and Twitter. Those are the two most used platforms. Obviously, they're the most helpful for you at this time. That's where the most people are, so I highly recommend those. Also, you might want to look at Pinterest. Here on Google Plus is an amazing platform to try and use, and Instagram. And why is Instagram a good platform to use? Because photographs have been proven to get the most engagement. They work the best. We live in a visual time where you know, you can say so much, but when people see it, that's kind of where it really clicks. So what I'm going to do is just share my screen with you guys. Adam, are you still here?
I'm still here. I'm just making sure I answer questions, actually.
Let me go ahead. Oh, good. Okay. So my screen should be shared with you guys. What I want to do is show you two really cool resources. One is Mashable.com. Okay, CNN actually bought Mashable. This is an incredible media source. I highly, highly recommend it. Why? Because it's got a ton of news, but if you go over here to social media, you can find very, very specific information. Excuse this for 1 second. Very specific information on whatever platform it is that you're interested in. So if you want new articles that just came out or new write-ups on YouTube, then you would just click this, and there's a bunch of them that come up. If you're interested in everything social media related, great. Click the top one, Facebook, Google+, how-tos, very specific tutorials. I mean, here's a great article right here on the very front, 7 simple photography hacks to help you snap like a pro. That's great. Why? Because I just told you guys that photos sell. Photos are really, really engaging. So it would be awesome if you could learn how to take really, really good pictures with your cell phone or your smartphone, or if you have a really good camera, how to do that. So That's one of the first resources that I wanted to show you if you're really interested in learning how to use social media and find out what large companies are doing, what agencies are doing, what hashtags are really cool and what are working. And then also there's a site called Canva. So if you guys, maybe you're like me, I'm not a designer, I'm artistic, but not necessarily in like a painting or a design kind of way. You know, my artistic abilities come out in different ways, really through marketing. I like to write and things like that, so I'm not exactly the most gifted when it comes to making really cool images, but there's a lot of free apps out there, and there's a lot of places on the internet you can go to help spice up your pictures. So I love this site. It's canva.com. I highly suggest this. You can go here and make a Facebook cover. If you do decide to purchase like a stock image or something to help you build an image, they're like $1. So it's really, really simple to join. You can see they already have a bunch of like templates set up for you. So all you really have to do is just edit some text over here. But this is awesome because you can look like you have really, really professional images that were done by a designer, but they're not. You can just hop on here and do it yourself. You can change the background, upload your own pictures. So Canva is one of my favorite tools to use, and I wanted to share it with you guys if you're ever going, oh my gosh, like I know I need to make really pretty looking images, but I just don't know how to do it, or I don't have the money to hire a designer. I want to make myself look really cool. This is a fantastic platform that I highly recommend. And you can see some of these, like these are social media images. We know that social media sizes are typically square for Instagram and Facebook. That's how we like to share our images. This will give you the option if you want to use like the stock imagery that comes in the back. It will tell you that it's 1 credit, and a credit is $1. So very, very cool site for you guys to use. Another one that you could do is PicMonkey.com. Same thing, online photo editor. Maybe you don't want to use your iPhone, or you don't want to use you know, your mobile device to edit these. I know sometimes I like to work from my desktop or my laptop. It's just easier for me to get done what I need to get done. So here you can touch up photos, you can edit them, you can add text on top of them, make a collage. Lots of cool things that you can do. And then this also, same thing, you can upgrade if you want to add special texts or if you want to get special backgrounds or fonts. It just costs a little bit more, but super cheap and great resources for you guys if you're looking to kind of spruce up your social media presence or if you want to share more images. Adam, back to you. Any questions that have come in?
Yes, ma'am. Marjorie's asking questions about all the confusion on the actual videos. And what would help us out, Marjorie, is are you specifically talking about within JBuilder, or are you talking about within Jsocial, so that we can actually answer that question for you? Because yeah, it seems like I think you're talking about Jsocial, and I think we can get Kasaya to go to the Jsocial page and actually show you how to change out the videos. Sure. And what you want to do is you want to watch the videos. You want to watch the videos so that you can make up your own video play. And remember, you know, there's 2 ways to make this business work for you. The first way is you know, you're going to lead with the actual business opportunity. And I like to do that a lot because I like to show people that I have a business, and I mean, by the way, here's these incredible products. The other way is also to lead with the products first. And that's a good way to go, but what we need to hear from you today, Marjorie, is just which system we're referring to so we can best answer your question here this morning. So I think Kasaya is logging into the back office, into Jsocial, and we'll give you an idea of what that actually looks like. So I'll be right back with everybody. I see more questions coming in. So Kasaya, if you wouldn't mind, there we go. I see Kasaya's logging right in, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so I'm logged into a test account in the back office, but you can see under my J office, I went over here to J Tools and then went to Jsocial. So this is kind of the home screen, what you'll see when you're logged into Jsocial. You can see your leads, your inventory. So let me just walk you through very quickly to give you a brief overview. Inside of your J Tools, everybody has a My Leads area. Everybody. So we can see the source where it came from. Like these all came from JMobile, which is our application. So we know that our mobile app syncs inside of the My Leads area inside of your J Tools. So we've got that. What's the status? Are they a hot or cold lead? And then if we want to go and drill deep in them, we just have the little magnifying glass. And here we see Brandy. Her status is that she's a new lead. Is she on an email drip campaign? Any notes? Do we want to order her a sample? Because right here we're able to send a sample on our behalf to a lead that comes in if they didn't happen to order one. And we can also send that person a message, which is a really cool feature. If we make changes, we just save and close. And that's a quick overview for your My Leads. You can also edit the lead by changing the information or adding more information to it and then archive it. So you're not necessarily deleting it, you're just kind of moving it to the back if it's a lead that maybe went cold or they told you that they weren't ready to move forward at this time, you can go ahead and archive it. So your My Inventory, I don't know, this is under the test account, so it must be, it's telling me samples aren't available in your country. So that's a great way to bring up samples are available in the United States, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. Those are the 4 countries that have sampling right now. We are looking at expanding sampling quickly and in other countries, but right now those are the 4 that have samples available. Now, because this is a test account, sometimes we change countries. If there were samples available, this would tell me how many I had in my inventory and if I wanted to order more. Pending sample orders give us the ability to say, yes, I want to approve all of the samples that are ordered, because as distributors, you guys have to purchase your samples that you give away for free. So the way that we work our sampling program is they're able to get a sample and they just pay shipping and handling, but you guys have purchased the samples to have them available in your inventory. So if you're, say, doing a promoted post on Facebook where you promote your business and say, hey, you know, try a clinically proven anti-aging serum for free, a $35 value, you know, get yours today, and you put a promoted post out there, or you're wanting to promote your sample, then you have the ability to say, yes, I want to ship that sample to whatever person or whatever lead came in. You can keep people from either gaming the system or ordering more samples, or if you don't want to ship it to that person, then you're welcome to choose that. So that's under pending sample orders. Now, my Facebook, the best part about Jsocial is that it really intertwines so nicely with your Facebook accounts. You can update your status through here, and the ability that you have with Jsocial to post on a fan page is one that I really, really like. You can send a private message, so I can send my video player inside of a private message to someone else that's on Facebook, and I can also post it to a fan page. So right now inside of JBuilder, we have the automated social posting feature, but it only posts to your personal timeline. But with Jsocial, you are able to post to fan pages, which is really nice for a lot of people that maybe are promoting themselves as a public figure or celebrity on a fan page, or if you're running your Jeunesse business with a fan page.
Hi, Kasai. I was going to add a few things there. You're doing a great job walking through that. And by the way, Marjorie's question was about Jsocial, so I'm glad we went right there. Marjorie, you're able to change out the videos, and what you're seeing on Kasai's page, actually, here. Let me take my camera off. And Kasai, actually, you can talk about the videos if you want, because that way when you speak, the microphone will go live.
Sure. So under the My Videos area inside of Jsocial, you can go to your My Videos library. Now the cool thing is the video widget only holds 6 videos right now, but I believe we're making changes to that. The changes that we'll be making is so that you can just share one video. Like if I just wanted to share the John video, we're working with our programming department to be able to do that functionality, but right now there's a total of 6 that go inside of your playlist. So if I go inside of my library, I can see all of the videos that are available inside of Jsocial. So this is really good for you guys to know, and also go through and watch these videos so you know what your prospects are actually seeing. The John and Jody videos are exclusive to Jsocial, so you won't find these in JBuilder. They were designed specifically for Jsocial, and if you watch the video or you've ever seen John and Jody, you'll understand why. They talk about monetizing social media and their ability to share their message with a lot of people using technology. So John and Jody, very cool videos. Our testimonial videos that came out for the Luminous skincare line are outstanding. More testimonials on the opportunity, how Jeunesse has changed people's lives. Dr. Nathan Newman, incredible world-renowned plastic surgeon out of Beverly Hills, is responsible for our Luminous line for the stem cell media that goes into our products. Extremely knowledgeable, really breaks down what stem cells are and how they help the skin regenerate itself and why our products work so well. the Ultimate Lifting Mask, 30-Day Challenge, about Wendy and Randy. That's one of my favorite videos. Lifestyle videos like the Diamond Safari and the Emerald Extravaganza, our award that we won last year, Affinity. So we've got products. We have all kinds of stuff in here. You guys can go through. You can click on any of these videos to watch them. We just added these short little peak interest videos that are incredible. These are inside of JMobile right now. The peak interest videos are like 60 seconds long and talk about the opportunity. They talk about monetizing social media, and they talk about looking and feeling younger. So very short little peak interests, and these you can also put inside of your Jsocial player, which is awesome. Monopoly, Operation Scrabble, the Secret of Jeunesse videos now available in there. So there's a lot of videos. Anytime you want to add something to the playlist, all you have to do is just click the little plus sign, and it will add it to your video playlist. So over here, I just added Diana. I can add her. Let's add Jody. Now, let's say I want Jody to be the first video that plays when I load Jsocial. Then I would just hit this arrow and move Jody up. So now Jody would be the first video that would play when the Jsocial video player was loaded. Adam, go ahead. I know you wanted to cover a couple additional things inside of Jsocial.
Actually, you can just lock on your screen. That way I can comment on your screen during live. Actually, here, let me just do that for you. Hang on. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so let's do this here. I think that should work. Okay. Is that working? Let's have a look up. All right. So just to answer Marjorie's question, Marjorie, when you get inside Jsocial, and this goes for everybody, and by the way, Cheryl, I see your question as well. We'll get right to that on the secrets of Jeunesse. They want to know if there's a way to break those different segments up into 3 different segments that we talk about inside Jeunesse. And I'm not sure about that marketing strategy, so maybe Kasai's information. But back to Marjorie's question on Jsocial inside Jworld. Remember, Kasai said some very, very key points. You can only have 6 videos, a maximum of 6. You don't have to use all 6 spaces. If you wanted to just choose, you know, a peak interest video on the business, a way to sample product, and something from Dr. Nathan Newman to add credibility, you could have those 3 videos playing. Now, the cool thing is that you want to target those messages. As Kasai has already said, John and Jody are targeted to either single mom or the, college graduate who's out there trying to find a job, and we can show them actually how to make all this stuff work. But be specific on your target audience. Excuse me. If you're trying to attract somebody to the business and you're just going to show them a whole bunch of product stuff first, I just want you to be wary of that, because people say, oh well, there's tons of products out there, what's the differences? But if you get specific about the business and you're going after that, you just want to set up your widget that way. So what I do with my widgets to get people interested is I'm very, very specific on what I send them through my Facebook account. When I send them through my Facebook account, ladies and gentlemen, I actually do it through a private message. I don't just post it out there to my wall for everybody to see. I use the JBuilder system to get likes and get people commenting on all my positive quotes and those types of things. And then once I've gotten a new person interested, hey, that they like this or they commented or what have you, I then go to a private message inside Facebook. And then I'll be asking, like if Kasai commented on it, I was trying to prospect her, I'd be asking her, hey, Kasai, I see you commented on my famous failure quotes. What memory did that bring up? And I start a conversation, a private conversation. And then what I'm able to do after I've gotten a little bit deeper into that conversation, where Kasai has responded a few times, and we've gone back and forth, and we become like online chat buddies, then I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to show you a couple things, see if you like, and I know whether to go with product or I know whether to go with the opportunity. So those things are very, very important when you're looking at how to market to your social media base within Facebook utilizing the Jsocial app. And by the way, it's not just for Facebook, okay? You can share it through 200, 300 different social media websites that are out there. And we'll cover that another time, but I want to make sure that we covered Marjorie's question, which was, there's a ton of videos, Marjorie, so you want to go through each video, see which ones you like, and then create your player the way that you want it to be, so that that's the message that you're sending out to either your wall or to the people individually. The other cool thing is, if you copy the link, and this is really great, if you copy that link, maybe because I can log back into Jsocial, and you copy that link, and this will answer Debbie's question from earlier, that link where your widget player is, if you copy that link and you send it to yourself as an email, You can copy it and send it as a text message, and it's your business. The entire player shows up on somebody's smartphone. And maybe we'll cover that in some of the cool techniques and things that we do down the road, but you can actually send that out to people in order to make it work. I think Kasai is logging in right now, so I'll have her show you the links. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, Adam, you can keep talking. I did pull it up. So under your actual video widget, you have your preview link right here. So if I take this and just copy and paste it like Adam's saying, you can actually text message that link and the player will open up on someone's mobile device.
I love it. Hey, listen.
So I know we have Diana first because we...
There it is. It's up. You actually have it up.
Say it again.
That's the link.
Yep.
It's up. Yeah, it's live. So I know a bunch more questions. A bunch more questions are coming in, but listen, I'm also live here in Newport Beach today, and our room. I told everybody to get started here at 30 minutes after, which is exactly 10:30. So I'm going to have to bail out of this particular hangout so I can get to the room here today, Kasaya, so we can get our meetings up and running. But a couple real fast things to promote for. Kasaya, I know you're going to be in San Diego on the 28th, down in I think it's in the Mission District or one of those areas in San Diego. We'll make sure we get that event information out. I'm going to be down there as well. And then I've got some incredible leadership that just got sponsored into the business coming up to the Bay Area. And I know Kelly, Kathleen are doing an event up there, and along with Gary. And I know, Kasai, you're going to be there. I'm flying in for the day to introduce some new people to the business, which is awesome. So we're going to be up there. So those two events. And then listen, make sure that you look at your lead. I'm sorry, not your lead. The events that the company's putting out, the Blitz meetings. And I think that's another important piece, is that plug your people into these meetings around the country so you can get your business sparked off and started in those particular areas. But I got to get to the meeting here today, so I want to sign off. But listen, Kasai, thanks for having me on, and we'll be in touch shortly.
Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate having you on today.
Bye-bye, and I know I'd love to get another Starbucks, but not enough time, so bye for now, everybody.
See you later, Adam. Okay, so I am going to, Adam's dropping off, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys just so that you're able to find where the events are. So if we look at the Jeunesse Global fan page, we're going to want to go over here on the right-hand side to the events area. And like Adam was mentioning, there are a ton of Blitz events that are actually coming up. So it's really, really important that you guys check the events. So right now we're on the Hangout. Awesome. Thank you for being here. And then we've got Vancouver, we've got Idaho, Bellevue, Washington, Canada's coming up. Now there's some international. These ones are in Europe, and the events that Adam was speaking about are going to be the 29th. You can come see me in San Diego, California. I'm very excited about that Blitz meeting. That is going to be a really, really fantastic training, opportunity meeting training. Lots of information happening there, and then also in San Francisco on Saturday the 31st. Now, if you're in the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas, that's my hometown, but I'm being sent to California, so I won't be at this meeting, but an excellent meeting. Just click on these, and it will give you all of the information that you need to know where the event is actually going to happen. This one's at the Omni Dallas. And then the information like what leaders are going to be there, who's going to be joining, and then if there's an opportunity meeting and training. From my understanding, all of them are free and they're all open meetings. That means everyone is welcome to come. It doesn't matter what group you're in, what team you're in. These are corporate sponsored Blitz meetings. So by all means, invite your team and please, please come. There was a couple other things that I wanted to share as far as social media best practices, because I get a lot of questions on not only how do the tools work, but also very specific questions on what do I post. So one of the things that broke my heart at one of the events was a woman who said, you know, social media is for people that are like having a good life or really excited about where they're at. And, you know, I'm just not like in a good place in my life, and I don't have a lot of good things going for me, and so I don't really share a lot on social media. And it kind of like just resonated with me, because I think a lot of people do feel that way. They're like, well, it's supposed to be all good and exciting, and you're not supposed to share like a vulnerable side of you, and you're not supposed to talk about things that are negative. But you know, the platform really is an extension of you. That's one thing I love about technology. It's like us being expressed. And so yes, there are platforms and places to do that, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being transparent and being authentic about who you are. Not everybody, you know, has a good day all the time. So just be careful, but know your voice, know what kind of information you give. If you're funny all the time and telling jokes, or if you're very informative, if you share the news, you know, you can look at what other people are sharing and share that too. If you're feeling down and you want to share some inspiration, then share some inspiration with other people. So what I like to share is the 3 Ps. So that's personal, purpose, and promotion. And so your personal is, who are you? What are your roots? Where do you come from? What do you stand for? Also be thinking, who's joining your team? Isn't it cool to see pictures on Facebook of all the people that are joining the business and the meetings that they're doing, before and after results of people seeing tremendous results from the product? I see people post, you know, their kids drinking Reserve, which I think is really cool. So there's lots of creative things that you can do. Another thing I loved is someone posted a picture of how they used Reserve to make like a vinaigrette to mix up a salad for dinner. So just be thinking outside the box. What kind of new, fun, exciting things can you share? And also things that are what we call native, things that are happening now or are happening in real life. Very, very important when you're talking about posting on social media. Also, purpose. This is who you are as an individual, what your characteristics are, what your gifts and talents are. Can you share tips and tricks? Maybe you're a chef, or maybe, you know, you're really good at crafts. Whatever it is, you have talents that no one else has. Your gifts are unique to the marketplace. So how can you share what you know with other people? It really makes you look like an authority. It's interesting. People are intrigued, because you can't just go around going, you know, Jeunesse, Jeunesse, Jeunesse. Like, you have to be interesting too. People are buying into you and what you're doing, and part of being social is actually using these platforms and getting on there and responding to people and being active. So you be the expert, or if you have questions, you know, look to get other people engaged in your stuff. I see people that, you know, say, hey, is there anybody out there that knows how to, you know, grill vegetables, or what tips and techniques should I use to, you know, put my eyeliner on so it doesn't run down my face? Whatever it is, you know, you have information that could be very, very helpful, and other people know things that you don't know. So if you ask the marketplace, you're going to get more engagement, get them coming to you, which is a great way to kind of continue to build. Another thing we talked about at the last meeting I was at was, how can you piggyback off of what your gifts and talents already are to give people a good value proposition on your business. So it's not just, hey, come join my business, because really, I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of network marketing and direct selling companies out there. Why should they join yours specifically? Yes, our products are great, our compensation plan is great, but they're doing business with you. And so what can you add, just something extra that would give them a compelling edge or a reason to want to come over and do business with you? Is it tutorials? Is it monthly phone calls? Is it free white papers? Obviously, you have an expertise or something that maybe you can use to help advance your business in the marketplace. And then finally, promotion. And that's one of the reasons why we showed you Jsocial today. We showed you all the videos that you have available to go out and market your product. But at the end of the day, social media is all about giving. So we give, we give, we give. But then we ask, because no one is going to just volunteer to join your business. You've got to be okay with asking the marketplace to make a decision. People need to be asked. Same reason why when you go up to, you know, order something, they say, oh, would you like fries and a drink with that? Why? Because you need to be asked, because it prompts in your mind, oh, you know what, it would be good to have something to drink, or, you know, maybe I will take a small French fry. So you have to ask. It's all about giving, adding value to the community, and then finally asking them, asking for the sale. There's nothing wrong with asking people, hey, you know, would you like to become a preferred customer, or would you actually like to see how you can get it, you know, at a discounted rate and earn money by doing the same? Very simple, very easy to do. So just make sure that you're okay with asking for the sale. So I hope that that gives you some quick overview, some tools that you can use, a little bit of information about Jsocial and the tools that are available to you. If you have additional questions, and I'm sure that you do, love nothing more than to answer them for you. Please leave them in the comments area below this video or on the page for the Jworld Hangout. Thank you so much for your time this Saturday afternoon. I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. I would love to see you at a live event, so please come join us for one of the Blitz meetings that's near you. And again, we will see you next week, where it's going to be a very, very exciting Jworld Hangout because we will be discussing our sampling program and how to close people into your business. So again, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Kasaya J. I will see you next week. Have a great day.